Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and today I want to chat with you guys and gals a little bit about the power of marketing. And I think branched chain amino acids actually display, again, how nefarious and insidious supplement industry marketing is. Because this is a supplement that we need to keep in mind. The current research, and I'm talking meta-analysis, is completely and utterly debunked branched chain amino acids is basically useless. Okay, so we need to be clear on that. And a lot of people are actually unaware of that because they were marketed so hard. And I mean, it's at the point where most even influencers out there who had PhDs and things in those fields have apologized. Some of them have apologized to their audience for ever endorsing them. So there's your context. So if anyone says, well, some people still endorse it, well, they're all charlatans. Because multiple people who have influence out there who have doctorates in sports sciences or nutrition science or sports nutrition, plenty of them have admitted that it's a scam. Okay, many of them who endorsed it have said, yeah, I shouldn't have endorsed it. I've seen some apologize. They're like, yeah, we know now it's a scam. Like it's a complete scam. And we didn't fully know, although they should have known. And I think they did know personally. I knew. By the way, I got sued over branched chain amino acids about 11 years ago, 12 years ago, for calling them out. For those who were unaware, I knew they were a scam back then because it was obvious they were a scam. How did I know it was a scam? The type of research being put out and the way it was being marketed was a massive red flag. It's an enormous red flag to me that, whoa, this is not a legitimate product. Okay, it had no human testing at that point showing any benefits. Some garbage rodent testing was being used. And then it was being pimped and marketed. And the companies producing it were pushing it really, really hard. The way they were pushing it, it's like, this is going to be a hustle. And I caught that early on. I called it out, and then I actually got sued over it, actually, for those who don't know the history. So what ended up happening, though, eventually, years later, first meta-analysis hit, looking at like 20 studies, and the experts concluded, hey, this product does nothing to improve muscle growth. It does nothing to improve muscle protein synthesis, and we found at least one example where it actually reduced muscle protein synthesis. When large amounts of it were taken, when they put it intravenously, it reduced muscle protein synthesis, which means it would blunt muscle growth. It would actually cost muscle, okay? And this is one in supplement form, but then the confusion for people is like, but how come protein sources that are higher in it, because these are just basic amino acids, why are they so anabolic? Why do they produce superior results? Because when it's in the matrix of a complete protein, it produces a different response. And a lot of people are unaware of that all free aminos, so even people are like, oh, so you can just take essential aminos, right? Because we need that complex of those. Well, no, it turned out when those are studied, they actually produce less muscle protein synthesis than just whey protein does. They produce less. So even when the complete matrix is there, the essentials, not having a full complete protein with all the non-essentials also, actually appears to be less effective for muscle growth consistently in the lab. So even essential amino acids are almost a scam, other than they actually work when all 8 of them are taken. But when just the 3 are taken, branched chain aminos, even in large doses, it does nothing. And I'm talking nothing. It literally might as well be sugar. Like you might as well have just taken a sugar pill. It gives you a little bit of glucose. It'll mostly just convert it to glucose, because it's not really usable by itself as just those 3 aminos for any sort of tissue building. So it seems to have no effect. And this is what multiple studies concluded. This is when the sum total human research was looked at. This is what the experts concluded. Okay? Even more so, a second meta-analysis was done by another group of researchers to look through all the research. Because some extra studies came out, some other stuff came out. They reanalyzed the research. They also concluded it's useless. Whoa. Well, here's the kicker. There are still people who swear by it. You go into any group, any forum, any bodybuilding, any lifting forum, any group on Facebook, anywhere, you will always see people suggesting it. They're like, it's one of the 4 supplements that work. And they actually believe it, even though all the research says it does nothing. And I'll get some of them, well, I feel a difference on it. We'll be able to think about that. If any of you ever out there from taking an extra 10 grams of any protein source in your life ever felt it made a difference, I want you to think about that. Even creatine, which has been documented to work when it's placebos accounted for, doesn't seem to make any difference that you can tell. It's not enough difference to actually measure with just your perception. You have to have lab equipment to measure it. And it is it's probably the only supplement that's really consistently been shown to build muscle. And it's so little that if you get an effect, it's placebo. So people are getting a placebo from it. And they're convinced it works. And you still see it everywhere. And then I get people, and I'll see them in the groups, well, try it. I mean, it works for me. Talking about a cheap over-the-counter something. We're not talking about Dianabol here, guys. We're not talking about something that would, even if it worked the way it said it would, that you would see a difference. And that's usually a dead giveaway. The claims of supplements on the results they're expected to produce are usually too small to perceive, if they actually work, right? So if you're noticing something, it's a placebo. Yet it's been so strong in this one because of the insane amount of marketing, because all these experts pimped it and pushed it. And it was pushed about 10, 12 years ago as like the ultimate muscle building supplement. Like it was pushed for recovery, muscle protein synthesis, everything. And then it turned out to be completely useless. It was a complete scam. The companies that put it out knew it was a scam, by the way. Right? They knew it was a scam. They did it anyway. And to this day, you still see people who swear by something that has been known scam when the company put it out. They literally sued people and shut down opposition because they knew it was a scam. And yet to this day, people still swear by it. Even after it has been documented, fully documented to be a scam and completely useless. Repeatedly, consistently in studies. And most experts are now out there saying, yeah, we realize it didn't work. It doesn't work. We're sorry about that. Yet people still swear by it. That is how powerful marketing can be. All right, guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I'll talk to you guys and gals next time.